This is homemade. I wish it's okay. Wait, don't buy that book.
Bonjour! Ah, c'est une superbe journée aujourd'hui. Regarde ça.
Want to Liveaboard a sailboat? Skip the 500-page manual. I wrote it, and I'd rather share it with you in person. I'm 71, with 40 years at sea, including 20 living full-time aboard my own 6 sailboat. You see me coming, right? Along the way, I pick up countless little tricks, that kind you only learn by making plenty of mistakes. My experience gives you the tools to reach your dream with a realistic, step-by-step approach that stay accessible and organized. Be ready to take notes. We start now and go straight to what's matter, you. You will see quickly how you will get there. It's easy than it's look because I'm right next to you.
You're in paradise, sweetheart.
Hi, everybody, and thank you very much to tune to that conversational video. I know my English is not perfect, but trust you that you will have the big picture of what I'm talking about, and we have a lot to talk about. You don't have to buy my book because I will cover every topic with this video. And also, you will learn a lot of things about technical and money wise, how to save money. Because believe me, in 6 sailboat now, I made about all the boatyard in Florida and everywhere in the Caribbean. And I would just want to remember you, your walking credit card for a lot of people. So let's start to save money too. And you will have nice story, sailing story, what's happened with me, where I'm coming from. Be patient, listen to it, and you will learn something a little bit each time because it's my experience and I want to share with you. And the goal is to help you. But if you don't like it, or if you're not interested by that, subscribe anyway, because you will give the message to the algorithm to pass to the next. So they will show this tutorial to more people. So you will give the chance to somebody else, maybe that kind of conversation will help them in their life. So, but first of all, I wish you will like it because that's the goal of all that. It's a lot of work. I was not thinking it was so much work. You have to repeat 5 times the same thing. But anyway, it's fun so far. Thank you very much. And let's start that thing, okay? Just missing a rum and coke. That's all. Oh, hey, Boatyard. Remember me? Visa 4530 and Ding 2525. Yeah, it's me. How are you? Uh-huh. In today's episode, we will learn to talk to the boat and hear the boat talking to you. We'll talk about the mindset, the relationship between you and your boat. That would be very interesting to explore. I know that's going to look a little bit weirdo, a bit dramatic, but in fact it is. It is something very special. Sailing, live aboard a sailboat is magic. And that's what I want to explore. It's very easy to say, the pro and the con, or a boat, you're chasing water in home, you just open the tap. Yes, we know all that. Everybody repeat it all over the place. But who talk about inside, the soul? What's going on exactly between a boat and a man or a woman and his captain fight? Why we always said, if you make the choice to a captain's choice between his partner, his life partner, and the boat, he will choose the boat. Why we say that? Is that intense? A relationship with a boat? I can guarantee you, yes, it is very intense. And I suggest that when you will finish this episode, we will explore that so you will understand what I'm meaning. I remember one time I was sailing off the coast of Venezuela with my girlfriend. And we was in a wave about 10 feet, which is the average, 7, 10 feet, 2 meters. It's not nothing dramatic. Depend where it's coming from, of course, but the wave. But at that time, I said to my girlfriend, I said, look, my boat, how brave is my boat, you know? And she looked at me and she said, what? You said the boat is brave? I said, yes, yes, the boat is brave. And she don't understand, but more I understand myself. Because I trust my boat. I trust the naval architect that built that boat, that designed it to take the wave and the rigging, and I trust my skill to handle it. Right? I always have the story of the bird on the tree, you know, on the branch, and it's very tiny branch, and the bird go there and look like nothing happened. Do you think he trusts the branch? No, he trusts himself to go away. It's about the same. I don't know if the parallel is good or not, but it's a way to see it. And then you see when it's really hard outside, because sometimes the weather is not good. I know it's always wind too much or not enough, but you really learn a lot of things about yourself there, about your self control. You understand the nature. You understand how the risk you take when you are on the ocean. You know, when nothing is around, when you don't see anything around, 360, no land on outside. Now you realize you're really fragile and you need to make one with your boat, and that's where the communications happen. And you will always have a special affection for that cocoon, that that boat that support you in your journey. There's one French sailor I would like to talk about it today. His name is Bernard Moitessier. This guy became famous, a legend in 1968, 1969 in the British race, the very first solo non-stop around the world for the Sunday Times newspaper in Portsmouth, England. The trophy was the Golden Globe with a £5,000 reward. Moitessier sailed alone. He crossed the Cape Horn, go up north in the Atlantic, and he was in the lead. He was winning the race. He was just a question of 1 week away, and he finished in England, and he will become a hero all over the world. But he made a decision that shocked the world. Nobody was believing somebody can do something like that, so difficult an endeavor. Okay, that's what he did. At that time, the communication was not very good between both. In fact, they have none. So the way to communicate with the boat and send message to Portsmouth was to try to communicate with the commercial boat that was next to him. I don't know how they do it at the time, but they report in this book that he take a note on a paper, put in a little rock or something, put in a slingshot, and send it to the commercial boat. Commercial boat take the rock, open the paper, and Bernard Moitessier was asking the commercial boat to communicate, because you have more equipment, to England and report this statement. This statement was incredible. He said, I am happy here, and I chose to continue. Wow. And then he came toward the Pacific, and he chose freedom and the connection with the ocean over fame. This is absolutely amazing to me, carrying without stopping because he's happy at sea. For Moitessier, the boat, the Joshua, was a place where the truth lived. There's no BS. You find his peace there, with the ocean, his boat, and himself. He named his boat Joshua in honor of Joshua Slocum, the first to sail around the world solo at the end of the century. A Canadian, by the way. And as a matter of fact, my first sailboat, I lost it in a hurricane. I will explain later. It was the exact replica of the Joshua of Bernard Moitessier. Anyway, okay. He spoke with his boat like he talked to a close friend. When condition was turning rough, he encouraged the Joshua as if a few words could give the boat extra strength. You will do it. You're good. And that's true. And I'm sure he was believing when he talked to the boat because I was in that situation. And when you swap, you talk with the boat and you say, you can do it. We can get out of there. You know, and it's happened. I live in that many, many times. And you don't need to be in a big storm. You're alone out there, you know? There's no gas station, nothing. Anyway. And also, and also, when the boat is balanced, you know, and he's happy, this is something that the boat tell you it's okay. You can leave the helm, you know, and the boat, you know, is well balanced and he's going and you, well, at the time I don't have autopilot when I started, you know, I was just balancing the sail, try to stay, you know, and the time I take peanut butter downstairs and come back to eat something, for example. All right. And also the boat will tell you if a danger is coming. You will feel it. You will feel it. It's time to take a reef. The boat will talk to you. You know, you will say he's fighting. You start to fight a little bit even before the thing happened. Yeah, and also remember one thing: the big wave and the bad weather. I don't know why, but it's happened often during night. You know, this is shit. Trust me, you will encourage your boat to keep on going. This is it's a matter of fact. Anyway, what SCA saw this connection as a pact. The boat take care of you, and you take care of the boat. That's what it was the matter in that connection. In fact, all right. When most people saw a boat as a simple machine with the car key, you turn the car and then you can go. What is you saw, as we said, you saw, I saw, and you will see if you don't have it as a partner. One that carried freedom, bring you wisdom and humanity in your heart. In his book, The Long Way, Montesquieu said that his boat used to talk with him, you know, as I said, when it's time to reef or blah, blah, blah. But at one point, Joshua told him this phrase, give me wind and I will give you miles. Think about it. It's not beautiful. Oh my God. So many good stories about sailing. We will see several of them during this tutorial. Okay, wrap up everything. There's two statements here, I think about it. Okay, the first statement is, yes, there's a real connection between you and your boat. And this is a major, major, major point about what is time to sail. Okay. The second statement, and when you see a guy like Bernard Moitessier and the hundred and thousands of people, they are in the sea and they're crossing ocean each year, there's no reason to be scared. Because sometimes people ask me question, you're not scared, no, the storm and this and that. No reason. Think about Baluchon. 2 times around the world in a 4-meter sailboat. I mean, no reason whatsoever to be scared and don't make your dream happen. Sailing offshore, if we talk about statistic, is more safe than driving a car on the road. Take for granted that you have a good car and take for granted that you have a good boat, right? Now is the time to answer the question of last week. The question of last week was, how much cost an average dude to buy a boat, make it the way you like, fix it, put it in a slip, jump in and Liveaboard, and sail away? They have a lot of theory. They have people on YouTube, they said, man, that, I buy the boat and I spend this, I spend that, and this is what it cost me during 1 year, etc. They have one point that everything's going through the same tunnel. The answer to that question and what you are ready to face, no matter how much money you have, except there's exception, people they have a lot of money. But an average person, like me, one hard truth is EYG. The 3 letter I said last week was stand for everything you got. I know. People say, "Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that." But I expected it because this is the real life. No BS there. On 6 sailboat I have, each time, except one boat. One boat I'll get out of the slip and I have money a little bit, and then the boat was like the way I want it. But all the other 5 boats I have, I put a lot of money. I fixed it. I fixed that. Changed an instrument. I arranged it. It's never ending. And then I get out, and I always need to, like I said I need to build the plane while I'm flying with, or sail the boat while I'm floating when I steer it, and when I travel with, and because this is a big truth. This is what it costs is everything you got. This you will not get out of that, and it's nice to understand that because no matter how much money you have, the fact you understand that concept, you will be more careful. You will say, "Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm going in the funnel that will take me all the money I have." So you will be more. I mean, at the end, I was more smart. I say, "Okay, now that's can wait. That's cannot wait." If you're not punched with this concept of this boat will cost you everything you got if you're not careful, that's where you will start to spend, and then you realize that the boat is not ready. You almost have no more money, and then you want to get out of there. That's the hard truth there. Question for next week. What in the boat have the reputation, internationally reputation, very well known? It's not an instrument, it's something. But that thing have the reputation of never lie. What's that? Huh. Answer next week. Welcome aboard.